Hello everyone, welcome back to the Star Fox 64 playthrough. Today we'll be doing Fortuna. Now straight away before we get into the actual planet, Fortuna is actually a mistranslation. This planet is actually Ficina. This was fixed in the 3DS remake and in Assault, because in Assault Fortuna is the jungle planet, which is your first mission in the game. Ficina is obviously the ice planet you do later. That's kind of really confusing to me. Now this is I feel pretty confident in saying one of the most infamous missions in the game, because it introduces some of the best characters perhaps ever created by anybody, and it's kind of, this is our first use of all range mode in a whole level. We used it in the first in Corneria, but we're using it pretty much for the entire. We're using it for pretty much this entire level. So I think this will be a good time for me to say that all range mode I find it controls really well, and it's tight. I feel the weight of the craft, and I feel, again, like I mentioned in the first part, it adds to the immersion, and I really think the R-Wing controls really well. I'll get into the other controls of the other craft when I get to them, but for now the R-Wing controls really well, and it's fun, and that's all we can really ask out of control, besides it being precise, of course. Okay, so what you're basically doing for this level is you're going to be fighting off these enemy craft, and then you'll be doing a boss fight, and that's kind of it. It's probably the shortest level in the game if you do it properly, but because I'm doing the easy path, I'm going to have to fuck up intentionally to get to kind of get to Sector X. Slippy, that was your fault. You shouldn't have got in the way. So, like, don't worry, I'm not going to leave it all in. I've edited around it, as you'll see in a second. But it's quite boring. To get to Sector X, to intentionally kind of mess up, it's kind of a bit silly. Like, if I want to go to Sector X, why can't I just go to Sector X? You know what I mean? There it is. There's that deliciously cheesy line. It's Star Wolf. Now, Star Wolf were kind of characters that had been planned since Star Fox 2, but it was only in this game where they were kind of brought back. Now, a little bit of recording trivia here. What I was doing was I was going to destroy 3 of them and leave 1 alive, just so I could show off a bit of the combat with these guys. Like an idiot, I didn't kill. I should have taken down Pigma, Andrew, and Leon, and left Wolf, because the Star Wolf members will go after members that they correspond to. Like, Leon's going for Falco, Andrew goes for Slippy, and Pigma goes for Peppy. So if you leave Wolf, he'll just chase after you. Unfortunately, I didn't think about that at the time, and as you see here, I'll take out Wolf and leave Andrew. Now, there's a problem with this. Andrew's now going to go after Slippy, and you won't see it because I edit over it. Oh no, okay, I did leave it in. Yeah, Slippy got shot down. And I went into panic mode because I'm like, okay, if he gets shot down here, how am I supposed to do Titania after Sector X? Because Slippy needs to be in that level. Don't worry, the game basically fixes itself in a minute. But yeah, it was a pure panic moment, and it was just forethought. So if you're gonna do the easy route and you're gonna do it kind of the way I did it. I love that, by the way. Andrew's like, yeah, we won, as one of them flies away. So if you want to do it the way I'm doing it, leave Wolf last, because he's only going to go after you. He won't go after any of your teammates. Now, a bit of trivia here. In the European version, so Lilac Wars, there's actually an extra language they made called Lilac, which is kind of the gibberish, which is from the original Star Fox. It's not in Star Fox 64. It's not in any other version besides the Lilac Wars version. And that's an odd difference to me. I don't get why. I get it's probably just a reference to the first game, but like, some people, I guess, enjoy the gibberish. Technically, there should be a mission failed, not mission complete. Yeah, this is like the only mission, like, you can, like, I think all the other missions, you can complete them, but like and have some kind of victory. But we failed there. So, like, I don't understand why it says... What was the mission? Just because it should say mission failed, not mission complete, because technically we did fail it. We didn't win anything. It's also really easy to get a medal on Fortuna. As you see, I got one on there. But to get the medal, you need to go over the amount of kills, and you need to keep all your teammates alive. Now, I would have got a medal there if I'd let Slippy not let Slippy live, but if I'd saved Slippy. Now, a weird change in the 3D version is that you see here Sector X is like a blue hue to it. In the 3DS one, it's orange, and I don't really get why they changed that. It's a totally superfluous change. I absolutely love the music in this level. It's got really great atmosphere as well. It really feels like this is some place where stuff has happened, but we're not really ever gonna. You know what I mean? There's a real atmosphere to it, and also this level is quite. It's quite hard to get a medal on. I mean, like, you see, there's a lot of enemies here, but when there's a lot of enemies in the level, it just means that they're gonna increase the medal. The amount of kills you need for the medal, basically, to a high amount. So, like, in some of them, like in Sector Z, we'll see later, you basically need to basically not stop firing for that entire mission and take out every enemy. Okay, another bit of trivia here. The game was pretty much inspired by Thunderbirds, which, if people don't know, is a British TV show which is shown on the channel ITV, and is basically a kind of like an adventure series, but it was quite unique because it was kind of done by puppets. Basically, think Team America, because that's pretty much what inspired Team America. And the way the characters talk is very much in a Thunderbirds way. Their mouth just move up and down, really kind of like puppet, in a very puppet way. And like, Miyamoto absolutely loves Thunderbirds, apparently, which is to me, that's really random. But he loved the way the kind of mouths move, so he asked if they could kind of animate it like that. And which apparently for Star Fox Wii U, Thunderbirds, the way the Thunderbirds episodes were structured is going to be is basically inspired the way that the Wii U Star Fox plot is going to go, with the experimental gameplay being the kind of a B story, as it were, and the A story being the prime time stuff. I don't know what that means for the Wii U game's plot. The plot doesn't. I don't care about the plot in a Star Fox game. I just want my Star Fox game. I'm looking forward to that, by the way. I think that game's going to be really good. That was a really bad line read in there. Actually, I think I'll talk about the voice acting now, because like I said, it's deliciously cheesy. But like, it's kind of in a way, it's very endearingly cheesy. It's not like okay, let's say Sonic, the 4-Kids Sonic dub. It's not like that where it actually hurts my ears to listen to it. I kind of feel like the dubbing in these Star Fox games is like a very kind of it's not bad intentionally. But the point wasn't to be like the best voice acting ever. It was just to deliver these lines in an enjoyable way, and I kind of respect it for that. It didn't. Star Fox absolutely does not take itself seriously. See, there you go. Slippy just comes back of his own accord, or her own accord, because when I was younger, I didn't realise Slippy was a boy. There you go. You can see in the top left there, I have actually achieved the medal requirement. To me, this is a really strange boss. It's probably the most out of place boss in the entirety of Star Fox. It's got like really creepy dialogue, and I think it's supposed to be like the Borg from Star Trek. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. I don't really watch Star Trek that much. Like the dialogue that this robot says is very strange. Like it's very like it's almost like a robot that doesn't understand what it is, and it doesn't understand that it's, I don't know. It's really very un-Star Fox like. Now, as you see here, I'm not really shooting the head like I should be. This is basically because I forgot that you have to basically do the first half of the fight. I was just I thought you had just to stall, which is why I was just kind of waiting about. So what you have to do to get the easy route is you have to shoot the head like I'm doing there, destroy it, and let Slippy get taken out by it. If to get like mission accomplished, you have to destroy it before Slippy goes near it, basically. Now Andros actually created this thing, which is kind of like, it would be kind of obvious, but like something I don't understand about the dialogue is why can they not understand what he is? It like more like they can't understand the context of what he's talking about, or they literally can't hear him? Because I always got they can't hear him, which I find very strange. I love that the music just kind of like a record kind of adjusting itself, just comes back on. That's really nice. So like, this is where you're supposed to stall. You can just, it's very easy to like kill this thing really quickly because it's very exposed, and with hyper lasers you've pretty much won. There you go. Now I haven't got the easy route. That's exactly what you have to do. What a loss, truly, for the team. As a nice little touch there, I love the fact that as soon as Slippy gets taken out, the life meter for the boss goes away, because obviously, as you know, Slippy's the one that's analysing the health. So that's a nice little touch that I really did like. We won, but Slippy's dead. Christ, he hit that planet really quickly. I agree, Falco. Nice, 2 lives from that. I don't know how many points you have to get exactly for an extra life. I think it might be, I want to say 75, but that's probably wrong. Okay, that's Sector X, and there you go. Gold medal. Or rather, I didn't, because Slippy got hit. If you do the mission accomplished, you get a medal there. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time when we do Titania, Pulse and Venom.